Let's talk about eye movements, eye muscles, and the nerves that innervate them. First, what are the nerves that are responsible for eye movements? These nerves are cranial nerve 3, the oculomotor nerve, cranial nerve 4, trochlear, and cranial nerve 6, abducens. There are 4 extraocular muscles of the eye. They are superior rectus, inferior rectus, lateral rectus, medial rectus, superior oblique, and inferior oblique. And here are the cranial nerves that innervate each of these muscles. You can just remember this list, or the way I was taught to remember this was by learning the nerves and muscles in a chemical formula. The formula I learned was LR6SO4, meaning the lateral rectus muscle is innervated by cranial nerve 6, and the superior oblique muscle is innervated by cranial nerve 4. If you remember these two, then all you need to remember is that all the other extraocular muscles of the eye are innervated by cranial nerve 3. Remembering the movements of the extraocular muscles can be tricky too. Here is a schematic pattern of what the extraocular muscles actually do. The way I remember these movements are by dividing the muscles into 2 groups, the rectus muscles and the oblique muscles. I like to think of the rectus muscles as the more predictable ones in terms of movements, and so it doesn't take a genius to figure out that the lateral rectus moves the eye laterally, and the medial rectus moves the eye medially, and the superior rectus moves the eye up and out, while the inferior rectus moves the eye down and out. Things get tricky when you try to remember the oblique muscles, since these muscles seem to do the opposite of what their names actually say. The superior oblique muscles of the eye move the eye down and in, while the inferior oblique muscles move the eye up and in. The way I like to remember the movements of the oblique muscles is by remembering that oblique starts with the letter O, which represents opposite, in that the obliques move the eye in the opposite direction.